welcome back to my channel. So I really hope you can't hear her movie in the background. If you can, I'm sorry. But yeah, she's watching her movie. But today's video is going to be about my labor and delivery process and basically what happened that night and that day that I went into labor. So my story starts off on the 19th, December 19th, and I'm well past my due date at this point. My due date was December 16th, and I think this was a Saturday. So okay, backtrack. Me and my mom went out to lunch, I think on my due date, if not like 2 days after my due date. And as we're leaving, I remember walking out, and my mom ended up telling me later on that when she was checking out or whatever, the lady had said, "Oh my God, like she looks like she's ready to pop." She's talking about me. My mom was like, "Oh yeah, she's way past her due date at this point." And the lady recommended this cumin tea or whatever, and they're basically just like cumin seeds, and you boil them for like 5-10 minutes, strain it, and then drink it while it's hot. So that's basically what my mom had me do on the 19th, that Saturday. She came around I think I drank it around 4, and I had 2 little small cups of it. And reading all the reviews and everything, everybody said that they went into labor a couple of hours later, the next day. So it was a waiting game. I was just trying to see if it would work, because at this point I had tried everything. Bouncing on the ball, pineapple, raspberry leaf tea, walking, everything. So I was ready to get her out. Just because I was ready to meet her. It wasn't like I liked being pregnant. It wasn't like I had a hard pregnancy or whatever. I was just excited to meet her. I was ready, to get her out so I could finally hold her and everything. So drank it at 4, and I have videos and I'll insert them, but later that night, my belly started to get really hard, and it was weird because it wasn't like Braxton Hicks or anything. It just got hard, and I don't know what those were. Thinking back to it, I really can't. It wasn't painful. It's just my stomach got hard, and I noticed it because it had never happened before. And I think that was around 9 or 11. I think it was around 11, and I think we were up till about 2 or 3. We finally went to bed. And around 4 a.m. is when I started to get contractions. And I downloaded this contraction app because I had no idea how to time my contractions and stuff like that. So the app really helped. So I remember I was up. I could not sleep at all. They weren't, when I mean painful, I mean they were painful because there was a lot of pressure down there. Not that the contractions themselves hurt. It was just a lot of pressure down there. It was uncomfortable. I hated it. I felt like I had to poop. If we're being completely honest, it felt like I need to go poop. So I laid there till about 8 a.m. And Steven was slowly waking up or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I've been up all night. I think I'm having contractions. They slowly got closer together and stuff like that. So I think at 4, they were pretty close, but they were still kind of inconsistent. And by the time I got around to 8 a.m., they were, I think, a minute apart, lasting a minute, I think. So I was ready. And so and the crazy thing about it though is I was able to function properly while having contractions. I was able to get up and get all of our stuff together. We already had our bags packed. We just had to get everything ready and stuff like that. And honestly, I could function through it. I should have eaten, because at this point, from the start of my contractions, at that point, I knew I was going to go into labor at this point, because it was something different that I had never, been through. So at this point, I knew I was going into labor. So I should have eaten beforehand, but I didn't. And I really wasn't hungry at all up until I actually gave birth. But ended up dropping my dog off with my mom. Drove to the hospital, probably had a couple more contractions after that, got checked in. When I got checked in, I was 4 centimeters dilated. Or 3. I was 3 or 4 centimeters dilated. I really can't remember. And so they ended up moving us into the labor and delivery room around. We were in the no. We were in that first labor and delivery room, I think, for a couple of hours. I think, okay, we got there at like 9, and I think we didn't get moved into the other room until about like 2 or 3, I think, because I remember around like 5 or 6 it started to get later in the day. And I remember getting my epidural, and the only reason why I got the epidural was because I knew once I started pushing, I think that's where most of my pain was going to come from, and I'm a baby when it comes to pain, so I was like, no, thank you. So I got the epidural, and I don't like needles, but I mean, I didn't see the needle at all. But the only thing that hurt was the numbing. When she numbed me before she put the needle in, that stung like a bitch. But yeah, so got my first round of epidural. I was fine. I was chilling. I was able to kind of doze off a little bit. And then, so I think the first time I got my epidural, I think it was around like 4:35 maybe. And I think the second one I got was around like 6:30 or 7. And the reason why I got the second one was because they started to get closer. Like, my contractions started to get a lot closer and a lot longer, and they were just super uncomfortable, like I said. So, I ended up getting my second dose and was kind of fine after that. And then, 7:30 I think pushes around, and they go and check me, and I'm fully 10 centimeters dilated. So they were like, okay, let's go ahead and push. So we did 3 practice pushes. No, yeah, 2 practice pushes and 3 real pushes, I think, because it was 5 pushes in total. So we did 2 practice pushes, and then they were like, okay, yeah, she's ready. We can see her head. She's crowning. Let's do this thing. So they had all of the rest of the nurses and the doctors come in, got everything set up, and pushed, I think, 3 times, and she was out. Didn't feel a thing. I felt her come out, like, because, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I knew she was out. Like, she didn't cry immediately, but I knew she was out, And I felt like this popping, like this pop sensation, and I don't know if that was her coming out or if that was me tearing, because I did tear. I had a 1st-degree tear. So yeah, that was lovely. They did break my water. Let me backtrack a little bit. They did break my water. I think they broke my water maybe like an hour. No. I think an hour after I got my epidural. She came in, she texted me, and she's like, okay, let's go ahead and pop the water, because, you're kind of, I was progressing relatively nice. So she went ahead and broke my water. It literally felt like I peed. It was weird. And then after that, that's when everything kick-started, and honestly, I think I labored, for like 10 or like 12 hours from like the start, from like 4 a.m. up until she was born at 7:59, But, yeah, I remember she ended up breaking my water after that. Progressed a little more. Contractions got worse, so we did the second round of epidural, and then at 7:59 Miss Ariana came into this world. I mean, nothing wrong with her at all. She was pretty calm. Like, she was hella calm. Like, she didn't cry a whole lot. Like, she cried, but not like a normal baby does, when they come out. But for the most part, she was calm, and I was in shock. The video, like, I thought I was gonna cry, because I was so excited to meet her and everything, but no. I think I was in shock. If anything, I was more like, oh my god, like, she's actually here, like, seeing this human being that I made for 9 months finally in my arms. Like, I was in shock. Like I said, I thought I was gonna cry. I thought it was gonna be a big old baby about it, but I teared up a little bit, but I didn't cry. I was just more in shock and awe that, my baby girl was finally here. So, yeah, I think that's about it. We stayed in the hospital for 2 days. She was born on the 20th. We got released on the 22nd. And she is striving. She will be 3 months Saturday on the 20th. You will definitely get more videos like this again. I'm so sorry it took this long to make this video, and it's not super interesting. We did record, but we were So in the moment that we really didn't get a whole lot of footage, we got the footage of her on my chest, and then Steven kind of did an update. But that was it. But I'm glad it happened the way it did, because she got here, you know, during the day and not like at night, because I don't think I could have done that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.